YouTube, y'all, we come with top 10 people the FBI are still looking for. Do you know how much of a flex that is? Like imagine if you're on the run for 30, 40 years. But then you gotta really think about what it takes to be on the run for 30 to 45 years. Like, God, like I would hate to be like say you found like a cool girl like in Mexico and now the FBI in Mexico looking for you. Now you gotta be like, hey, shawty, look. This is what happened. Like, I wouldn't even tell Shawty what's going on. I just be like, look, the 12 looking for me. Either you with me or you not. You coming or not? And if she with me, hey, we can be like Bonnie and Clyde. But first of all, what the fuck is this card, Nick? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this would be a card ass like say like you got some bro, what's some whole, bro, you got some nice rims, you got some hydraulics, you drop that bitch slow, you make it purple or something. Boy, I just put somebody on. Damn, this whole kind of hard. Let's go ahead and get to the video. Also, first, welcome new subscribers, new people. Let's get to it.
Hours later, Herena's car was found abandoned about 8 miles from the Wells Fargo terminal. Victor Herena had vanished, along with every last cent of the stolen money.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 people the FBI are still looking for.
Being on the top 10 list, that's usually reserved for the Osama bin Laden.
For this list, we'll be looking at the worst criminals who are still wanted by the FBI as of 2023. Do you think these people will ever be caught? Let us know in the comments below. Jason Derek Brown. On November 29th, 2004, an armored car guard named Robert Keith Palomares was approached by a hooded Jason Derek Brown. Palomares, who was in possession of the weekend deposit, was just outside an AMC theater in Phoenix, Arizona. When Brown shot him repeatedly, the latter then fled with $56,000 in cash and sped away from the scene on a bicycle. This bicycle was later found and lifted for prints, officially connecting Brown to the shooting. The FBI chased and nearly apprehended Brown, but were unsuccessful.
I believe he's out of the United States. I believe he's living a good false life.
His last known whereabouts were in Portland, Oregon. In 2007, Brown was placed on the 10 most wanted list, but was removed in 2022, despite never having been found.
There was not one single corroborated sighting out of the tens of thousands of tips we received.
Ruja Ignatova. You may know Ruja Ignatova as the missing crypto queen, as she was the subject of a popular BBC podcast of the same name. Ignatova was the founder of OneCoin, a highly fraudulent Ponzi scheme involving cryptocurrency. It's believed that OneCoin stole something like $4 billion since it launched in 2014.
It's going to be like Bitcoin, bigger than Bitcoin, more accessible than Bitcoin.
While most of its leaders have been apprehended, Ignatova has escaped justice.
OneCoin is easy to use. OneCoin is for everyone. Make payments everywhere.
She was informed of increased police arrest in 2017 and promptly disappeared. 2 years later, she was charged in absentia with various forms of fraud. Ignatova was placed on the 10 most wanted list in June 2022. Bradford Bishop. As of August 1st, 2022, Bradford Bishop would be 86 years old and an American fugitive for 46 years. Bishop was an officer of the United States Foreign Service at the time that he would have killed his family. The deceased include his mother, his wife, and his 3 sons.
He told anybody where they were going.
He was on timing. For what?
People missed them.
Evidence led authorities to believe that Bishop took their lives, then disposed of the bodies in swampland before disappearing into the Appalachian Trail. He has never been captured, but various alleged sightings have been reported throughout the years.
One of the rangers noticed the car, and he thought that maybe it was a backpacker. They run the plate, and turned out that guy was wanted by the FBI.
The most recent occurred in 1994 when an old neighbor was said to have seen Bishop while vacationing in Switzerland.
What the actual fuck? Boy, that boy got about a 5 head. Boy, what the actual... I ain't gonna lie. Boy, AIDS did not treat your ass well at all. Boy, you went through the most. I just see the tragedy that occurred in your life on your face. God damn. Oh my God.
While authorities believed Bishop was lying low in the United States for a long time, it's unknown if he's still alive today. Hassan Eaz al-Din. Born in Lebanon, Hassan Eaz al-Din is, or at least was, a member of the Islamist militant group Hezbollah. On June 14, 1985, Trans World Airlines Flight 847, which was traveling from Egypt to San Diego, was hijacked, ostensibly by members of Hezbollah.
The situation is desperate. We are almost out of fuel. I implore you, sir, to cooperate and allow for we crash.
Hassan Izz al-Din was alleged to be one of the perpetrators, and he was placed on the original top 22 most wanted terrorist list, which was released by George W. Bush shortly after the 9/11 tragedy. Despite this, Izz al-Din remains free. He would be around 60 years old as of the time of writing.
Wow.
Simeon Mogilevich. The FBI has described Simeon Mogilevich as the most powerful and dangerous gangster in the world. It's believed that Mogilevich is the capo, or the boss of bosses, of the Russian mafia, which has an estimated 250,000 members in over 50 countries. Mogilevich is wanted on a wide variety of charges, including trafficking, homicide, and money laundering. He was added to the top 10 fugitive list in 2009, but removed in 2015. On the word of the FBI, Mogilevich currently lives in Moscow and enjoys freedom thanks to his close relationship with powerful Russian authorities. Reportedly, Mogilevich has allied with the likes of Vladimir Putin, previous Moscow mayor Yuri Luskov, and former acting president of Ukraine Oleksandr Turchnev. The Khobar Towers perpetrators. On the night of June 25, 1996, Khobar Towers in Khobar, Saudi Arabia, was targeted by a truck bomb. According to the official statement put out by the US, those responsible belonged to Hezbollah al-Hejaz, a terrorist organization that hoped to overthrow the Saudi government. At the time, Khobar Towers was housing many members of the American military. 19 Air Force personnel were killed in the attack, and a further 498 people were injured. 15 terrorists were charged by the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia in June of 2001. Saudi Arabia soon claimed that 11 were in custody but refused to have them extradited. At least 4 men are still wanted by the American government. Victor Manuel Garena. This man is responsible for what was once the largest cash heist in American history.
Investigators soon discovered that the daring theft was far more than a one-man operation. It had been masterminded by a Puerto Rican terrorist group that counted Victor Herrera among its members.
I got a serious question, y'all. So just imagine, right? You create the biggest heist, like my man right here. You create the biggest heist of all time, and you get away with it. Would you rather live an honest life or just be able to get away with it? Cause me personally, bro, I'm taking the money. I'm sorry. Hey, money ain't everything. Look, y'all, money's not everything. Listen. Money is not everything at all. But you know what you could do with money? Like imagine you had Elon Musk's net worth, 220 billion. Nigga, what? Dude, I could give $1 to every single person and still have money. What? Maybe even 200. I would still be good. But man, Elon, he chilling literally. His family is chilling. What the?
Victor Manuel Garena was part of the Boricua Popular Army, a violent rebellion group with the goal of securing Puerto Rican independence. On September 12, 1983, Garena and other members of the Boricua Popular Army enacted White Eagle, the name given to a robbery of a Wells Fargo depot.
I'll kill you. I swear to God, I'll kill you. What are you doing? Stand up!
The criminals walked away with the modern equivalent of $19 million. Most of the suspects were caught and arrested, but the FBI is still looking for Garena. He was a top 10 fugitive from 1984 to 2016, which is the record for longest time spent on the list. Yulan Adonai Archaga Carillas. A somewhat recent addition to the 10 most wanted fugitives list, Yulan Adonai Archaga Carillas is a drug lord operating out of Honduras. The assumed leader in MS-13, a criminal gang that is estimated to be composed of up to 70,000 people worldwide. Carillas is wanted on several charges related to organized crime. He was actually arrested back in 2015 and remained in police custody until February 13, 2020. That day, he was being transported from prison to the local courthouse in El Progreso for a hearing when armed MS-13 members broke him out.
He was captured and was being adjudicated in Honduras when his gang very violently got into basically a shootout with the police.
Carillas has not been heard from since.
Being on the top 10 list, that's usually reserved for the Osama bin Laden.
Alexis Flores.
I know I'm pausing but still, just think about what kind of position, what kind of life are you born in? So you end up in this type of situation to where you having a shootout with the police and you get to walk away. That is some GTA. GTA is literally these. They're them. They're them. Him. They're every. What the.
Born in Honduras, Alexis Flores came to America and experienced homelessness. He was hired by a Philadelphia man named Jorge Contreras in the year 2000, who employed Flores as a general handyman. A heinous crime involving a minor was committed shortly after, and much of the evidence implicated Flores, who was using the pseudonym Carlo or Carlos at the time. In 2007, it was confirmed that Flores and his pseudonym were one and the same, and he was, in fact, responsible for the atrocity. A federal arrest warrant was issued, but it has come to no good. Flores remains at large and a top 10 most wanted fugitive.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
For sure.
Abdul Rahman Yassin. It was just after noon on February 26, 1993, when a van exploded below the North Tower of the World Trade Center. The attack didn't work as the terrorists intended, but was still devastating, killing 6 and injuring over 1,000. The main perpetrator was a man named Ramzi Youssef, who recruited Abdul Rahman Yassin to build the explosives. Yassin was purportedly picked up by the FBI and granted freedom in exchange for key information. He fled to Iraq, where he ended up imprisoned. Documents were, however, recovered following America's invasion of the country, which revealed that the Iraqi government under Saddam Hussein was housing and paying Yassin. He officially remains on the FBI's most wanted terrorist list and is considered at large. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from
Nah, that's actually like, some people like, we don't need the rest. Like we need like people living in different type of countries, cities, states, just to check like, and just to view the streets, to monitor the streets to see if we can find these people. But y'all, if y'all enjoyed that video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I want to thank y'all for all the love and support. And I'll see y'all in this video. We out.